In this week's video we leave Fethiye, which is awash with human sewerage. Yeah, it absolutely stank, and it wasn't just this one occasion, it was 3 or 4 days in a row. Before we left, we managed to squeeze 17 litres of diesel into the tank, get a proper pump out and fill our water tanks with 170 litres of water. Clean water, that is. We go across to Tisane Island and the wind picks up and we have to make a dash for a more suitable anchorage. We round the Gochek Peninsula and go into Marmaris, where we get a fantastic lightning show one evening, and then we spot wild boar on the beach and manage to get the drone up to see exactly what it is they're feeding on. And of course there's lots more in this week's video. So all hell's broken loose here. You wouldn't believe it. You can see some white caps out there, but White Cat and Eternity have both gone. We were sitting here in what was forecast to be about 23 knots of wind, and Eternity's anchor let go and they shot back about 2 meters towards these rocks here very quickly. David had the presence of mind to put the engine in gear and motor off against his lines, and they then lifted up the anchor, swiveled out here and decided what to do. They were going to go and try and anchor over there. White Cats, then something similar happened. David's got well, I can't remember what it is, with the roll bar on, not a Mantis, and it's oversized, 21 pound Mantis or 21 kilo, I can't remember. Anyway, White Cat's got a dirty great big rockner that let go. They went back and towards us. Peter managed to get to the helm in time to start the engines and power up, and then they were motoring against that far pole there, which you probably can't see, but it's similar to this one. They then did a pirouette in the middle, lifting their anchor. Then that little fishing boat that we've just seen got towed in from all the way out there, and out there you can just see that that's Eternity. So we are we're now pulling against this line, so we have, hang on a minute, we are just pulling against this line, so engine's on about 1200 RPM with a full port helm. We're pulling gently, well, not so gently, against this line, and that one is fairly slack, and that anchor has held. We've got an Ultra, but it's slipped twice, so it's obviously the bottom is not particularly good. Here it's been chewed up by so many boats dropping their anchors, I'm guessing, that it's like a ploughed field. But there you go, we're holding. Blue Eyes is much the same there, in just above tick over, and full port helm.
And we have a handy knife in case we need to
in case we have to cut the lines. Always keep a knife on deck, because if we suddenly went and I couldn't get out to undo the leeward line, then obviously I would sacrifice, what's that, 12 metres of line, 14 metres of line on that one. You just sacrifice the line. Better to save the boat and lose the line. So yes, that interesting. It doesn't look very windy at all here. We've actually, what have we got? 6 knots of wind. But out there, it's blowing a hoolie. Anyway, excitement over. Well, I'm hoping you can hear this because of the wind noise. We are bouncing about quite a lot, and it got unattainable. Our anchor slid through the bottom mud and came up with sand and shale, the same as the others, and we had to quickly leave. Luckily Joe was standing by, so he was able to undo our leeward rope first and then our windward rope, at which point we motored forward, pulled the anchor, which was quite tricky, and got out. We're now going to head a bit further down. It's not particularly strong wind. We've got 19 knots are true, but quite a bit of fetch. But anyway, yeah, so we've had to let go, and I think what we're going to do is we are going to head down towards Fethiye or around that way, see what it's like. But yeah, hey ho, spoke too soon I guess. That's sailing.
You can see on this satellite view of Tisson Island where we were anchored and then tied back. The wind was from the west and only about 25 knots maximum, but we think it was accelerating round the tip of the entrance when these sudden bursts of accelerated wind were hitting the boats on their port side. We think that it was pulling the anchors through what was actually soft mud and shale and not particularly good holding anyway. As much as we like Tisson Island, that's the first time we've had to leave it in somewhat of a hurry, and we headed back down to Fethiye. Not really where we wanted to be, as the water is particularly, let's just say, brown. And although we have to pump out our tanks on a regular basis in Turkey, let's just say that there are some much larger boats that don't appear to have to do that. Let's leave it there. Anyway, we stayed 2 nights in Fethiye and then decided that we just couldn't stand the smell in the mornings and upped anchor to go and fill up with water, get our pump out and try and squeeze another couple of litres of diesel into the tanks. If you watch the water carefully in these next sequences, you'll see what we were on about. It is literally raw sewage floating around the anchorage. Anyway. Fuel and pump out station in the Marina, quite a big space, I would guess 80 foot long or thereabouts. It's quite easy to get Impavidus in. But, as always, take your time, do it nice and slow, and don't be afraid to use big handfuls of throttle to make the boat go forward, sideways or backwards. We are alongside, tied up, and all thanks to our fantastic crew. Our pump out is on our port side, our diesel is on our starboard side, and our water is on our port side and at the forward tank. Going in starboard side too for us makes coming out much easier.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else. Mr. Man's interested in our
Gosh, it's warm out here.
in our YouTube channel, so he gets a sticker. Good service. Here he comes with his diesel.
Shove out.
At the stern, yeah. Cindy unties the lines and gives the stern a little push out. We can then vector the thrust from the propeller over the rudder and use a bow thruster. Once there's water going over the rudder, we have steerage at the stern, and we can use the bow thruster to push the front round. I'm on autopilot now. Cindy's just gone downstairs to sort things out. The GOII Coast Guard are sort of coming fairly near us. We know that they may have stopped White Cat, but we'll see in a minute. They are heading towards us, but it all got very busy in there. All of a sudden a Russian boat came in, a steel boat right behind us. Had to do a bit of manoeuvring to get out, but we felt pressured. But anyway, we're completely full of water now, and it looks like the GOII are coming my way, so I'm going to leave the camera running, but let's see what happens. Well, they've come straight past us, so I did make a point of going port to port, which meant we went wide of them, and I had another boat in between us, but they've now gone back in. I don't know if you can see them there, but just doing the job, I guess. We're in a busy part of the world, one way and another, so yeah, they're busy too. Right, so we're off to Marmaris now. Look at this place here. See it? Very ornate. Like a clamshell type sunny buildings. It's all fenced off along here for people to swim. If you've seen what I saw in the water this morning here in Fethiye, you would not want to be swimming. Alright,
We've got a big boat coming up behind us now. That's the high-speed cat. I'm going to get out of the way, and Sidie's going to make a coffee. That's the pots and pans rattling down there. The others are ahead of us, so we'll try and catch them up. There's no wind, so we're going to be motoring. Hopefully Blue Eyes is ahead of us. You look a bit sweaty, darling.
It's very cool down there.
Yeah, Blue Eyes is ahead of us. They stayed at Seine Bay, and White Cat and Eternity, they left a bit earlier while we were still filling with water and diesel. I need to check how much diesel we put in.
The next day.
I think Ant's out on a rescue mission. These people's dinghy seems to have stopped, and there's a lot of them in the dinghy, including a cat and a dog.
Thursdays in Marmaris means market day, and UK sales are above the market. We did actually email them as we wanted some repair work done, but they never answered. Hey ho, the market was great.
Lovely fruit here. We've just bought some brown mushrooms, some carrots and cherries, and these lovely nectarines, and I'm sweating like you know what. Beautiful fruit, veg, lovely, really good. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to have Pims with fruit. Oh yeah, I couldn't hear you with all the row going on.
Right, just need some red peppers now.
Go around that way?
Yeah. Just to this side.
The Anchorage we were in was convenient for the shops and the market, and even for the chandlers. However, it is very lively with banana boats and jet skis, and we'd had enough. We went for a quieter anchorage. This anchorage is deep at over 15 metres, but it's exceptionally good holding, and there were quite a few other boats in there as well. Amazing colours. It's been a really hot day. It's getting a bit cloudy, a bit thundery. On this beach here, we've just seen wild boar behind this little liveaboard boat, and this is the area that was on fire 2 seasons ago. Of course, we've turned right round now because I'm videoing, so I quickly got the drone out and managed to get across to the boar and got some video shots of them. I'll show you in a bit.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
These two here are young Turkish boars, and they're probably only 150 kilos, 300 pounds. A full-grown male can grow up to 3/4 of a ton, 750 kilos. Turkish boars are quite dangerous, and they're a wild animal, so if you see one, walk the other way. They are, and can be, quite dangerous. Unfortunately, the only pictures I could find to illustrate this were of boars that were already dead.
I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us.
The wind soon picked up, but we managed to get a few pictures of Whitecat at anchor. Being anchored in the shallower water of the bay, Whitecat had a front row view of the beach and the wildlife on it.
We are dreamers of the shore when we can't read the sky. We just sail with the wind that we've got, and when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on believing. We are dreamers of the shore.
So, I've had the barbecue. This is a bit more chicken that we've got. Amazing sunset, look at that. Look. The bay's calmed down a little bit now. Over there, there's people on the beach, and that's where the boar were. Looking back at the footage, it looks like they were young ones, but they're still quite dangerous. They're wild animals, so you know, wild boar are wild. I wouldn't want to be walking over there. And the mountains look fantastic in this light. We've had a rainbow, and we've had the few spots of rain, lots of thunder, bit of lightning. Yeah, amazing. The weather had got quite muggy, and it wasn't long before the entertainment for the evening started. You get the camera out, and of course the lightning stops then. Way! Apart from there. Way! And we managed to get some really quite nice photographs and video. Beautiful sunset over there. Big thunderstorm over here. Try and get some shots without the barking dog, of course. This is the video that we shot with our GoPro. I'm going to leave you with it. I hope it entertains you as much as it did us.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken.